Hey guys, okay, so what we're going to do today is show you how to do a very easy defense of the lone Tenno in the Sortie mission. Now this is really easy with an Ashe, but can be done with just a heap of Warframes really, but I just find Ashe very quick, and when there's no Xmas unit, Ashe is super good at killing everything in one go. So basically what we're doing now is we need to get to the lone Tenno. We need to give him time to walk around, which he does, runs off into random spots and runs into really random bad spots. Sometimes he runs into ridiculously stupid spots, and he does no damage to the enemy and doesn't kill anything and is a right pain in the butt. So the whole idea to make this easy is to try and get him into a safe spot. Now, the only way to do that is to let him walk around. And he will walk around as long as he has a weapon to kill people, to kill enemies. You can take his weapon away by giving him your weapon, your secondary weapon, and then taking away your secondary weapon. That will leave him without a weapon to use. Now, when he doesn't have a weapon, he will stand still. If he starts taking some damage from the enemy, he will wander a little bit, but essentially he will stand still without a weapon, like we're seeing right here. So this is a Sortie 3. These are very high level enemies, 90 to 100 type thing. Basically, right now I've taken away the weapon from him, and he's standing still. Now, he's not in a very good spot at all, and as you can see, he goes down. As you can see, I go down trying to revive him. Really not a good spot. We need to get him away from here. Once again, the only way to get him to wander is to give him a weapon. So we need to clear out these enemies here, revive the Tenno, and give him a weapon, and he will start to wander away. Now, there's no way that I know of to try and coax him into a particular spot. So the idea is to basically give him a weapon and let him wander until he gets into a very safe spot. Up these stairs and to the right, there's a little room that I really want him to go into. At the moment, he is not going there, so please see. Really good idea as well to drop some of your spectres, some of your pickups you get from the Xmas units. I'm not quite sure what they're called. Spectres, I believe they are all called. But I've got a little roller, and I've also got one of the Xmas lancers, I think they are. What that does is draw a bit of enemy fire away and can help protect your Tenno when he's standing in his little hidey spot, his little safe spot. So basically, what we need to do, once again, you can see that taking some damage, so he's going to move. So you may hear people say, don't give him a weapon in the sorties, and he won't move, and then you see him move, and you think, yeah, right, sure. That's because he's taking damage. As soon as he stops taking damage, he's going to stand still. Okay, so we've given him some weapons again. We need to try and get him into a safe spot, which is the whole idea of making this defense easy with your lone Tenno. So we need to give him the weapons, and we need to try and coax him somehow, or hope and pray that he gets into this room that I want him to. Now luckily he does do that. See, I'll give him some weapons, and he's going to walk straight into the room that I want him to. And that room is great because no enemy can get him step through that front door. So I've taken away his weapons, and he's now going to stay there unless he takes damage. So what I did is I got my Spectre to hold his position out the front, and I'm going to make sure that no enemy come in through that front door, which is the only entry And this is a really good strategy to use when you're defending this Tenno. If you can get and tuck them away in a room where enemy can't spawn in multiple areas and can only spawn in one way. This way you can use multitude of frames. You could use Orban, you could use Hydroid, you could use Rhino, you could use a Volt, you could use lots of stuff. Basically all you've got to do then is just defend one doorway. He's not going to run around and he's not going to take damage. So we'll skip through all of this nitty gritty here. Basically don't see another 6 rounds. But that's the whole idea, is let the Tenno walk into a safe spot and then take away his weapon. If he doesn't take damage, he is not going to move. So you can tuck him away in that corner, and it's basically then just an easy defense mission. You don't have to follow him around, you don't have to revive him. So, end of the day, that's exactly what we're after. Make this nice and easy. Now with multiple players, it becomes even easier because you've got more Tenno, more frames to defend the position. Well, what you've got to rely on then is hoping that nobody gives him a weapon and makes him walk out of that safe spot that you've got for him. As you can see, just skipping through everything here, the only downside with using Ash in these types of missions when you're solo is that, for instance, if it's an infested mission that has the Xmas units, the disruptors, and the other health regen Xmas units, the infested, Ash will take a long time to kill one of them. Now, if your lone Tenno is taking hits while you're trying to blade storm one of these Xmas units, he could go down and it could take you a good 10 seconds before you come out of your blade storm to actually be able to go and revive him. Now on this mission we've got the combos, as you can see there, similar to the Xmas units where they've got a lot of armor, a lot of resistance to his blade storm, so it will take quite a few hits before it actually kills him. With the infested Xmas units it takes a lot. But basically this is it. That's the easy way to solo the 43 defense. Now, basically what we'll do is I'll show you my build and the weapons that I used. We got a massive 25 cores for a reward there, thanks very much. And using the Synoid Simulor just with my standard magnetic build, because we're on Corpus missions, magnetic status damage does really well against Corpus, especially when they've got high shields. My Ash Prime is my really good frame. He's got 175% efficiency, which gives him 25 energy use per blade storm, which makes it really efficient. The energy conversion bumps up his strength, his power strength when needed. Got really good range. I don't use duration at all because I don't need to go invisible with him, which is why Smokescreen is only for a matter of just under 2 seconds even. But the Blade Storm is the key. Really good range, does the maximum targets, and that damage of 2200 bumps up 50% almost because I've got the energy conversion after I collect an energy orb. The Synoid Simulor that I've got, this is my stock standard build, this one, which does a bit of blast, magnetic and corrosive. Standard status damage on your Simulor is your magnetic. The War, which plays a bit of a part in your Blade Storm as well. Pretty standard build that I've got there for Max Stiletto. Corrosive and blast halves things up. Got a really good crit and really good status chance, super accurate. This is my War, sorry. Puncture, non-existent. Slash, almost non-existent. It's all about the impact, blood rush, and body count on this. Get those red crits happening all the time. Using your Blade Storm with Ash also that body count ticker over. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Hope it helps, and go solo.